Yo, what is going on, guys? Got a video for you here today from the Modern King about women who try dating other women and realize how awful it is. Now, I think I've covered a few of these clips before, guys, but I have not covered them all. So let's jump into it. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments.
Fire sometimes though.
Okay, put it out.
I don't know how to put it out.
Stomp on it.
I want to let it go.
Then let it go.
It's burning my fingers.
Oh my gosh, put it out.
Because I don't know how to put it out.
Stomp on it. Put it down and stomp on it.
I don't know how.
If there is one thing that we can agree on in these circles, it's that one of the most dangerous things you can do is allow a modern woman to do anything even remotely related with fire.
Then, or let it go then. Pick one. Pick one.
Stomp it out for me.
Pick one.
Stomp it
Let
out.
it go or put it out.
Stomp it out for me.
Put it
Josiah,
down then.
It's too strong now. The whole thing's burning.
Let it go.
How?
Let it go.
You believe in me?
Let it go or put it out. Pick one.
What if we cause a fire? Josiah, now you broke up.
How many of you guys think that she got mad at him for putting out that lantern? With the way she dresses and her inability to make a decision while her hands are quite literally on fire, it would not be surprising at all.
The sad thing about the term mansplaining is that it pathologizes one of the more innocent and sincere aspects of male psychology, namely that men, and this is not just exclusive to men, but it's just natural for men, but men from a very early age, like when they're a little boy onward, are interested in building a mental model of the world.
Mansplaining, quote unquote, is just a way for a modern woman to shame men for trying to explain something. That's all that it is. Instead, they just blame men for not being able to think like they do.
Like it's not enough to have GPS. They want to know all the roads and the streets around them and have it in their head, type thing like that. And I'm sure you've noticed this with your dad. Like, your dad knows a little bit about everything. He's not an expert on many things, but he just knows random stuff about different wars throughout history and politics and all this stuff. And it's kind of a patchy knowledge, but it's because he was grasping for little pockets of truth and trying to build his model as he was growing up. And so many of the times when a guy is like mansplaining to a girl, he's really just excited to share his mental model with that girl.
There is nothing wrong with wanting to share knowledge, and if it's something you already know, you just kindly acknowledge that. But modern women are so dim-witted, it seems, that if a man does that, it is magically offensive.
And he actually is sharing his mental model as like a little gift. It's like a little kid showing you their artwork. Like, they're proud of it, and that's why they get excited about it. And I think that excitement gets misinterpreted as being like oppression, like he's trying to just talk over me and like he's trying to talk down to me. But it's really like he's like, oh, I've modeled this, I'm gonna share this with you, type thing. And yeah, I'm sure there's times where you know exactly what he's gonna tell you, or maybe even know more than what he's gonna tell you, but it's just his way of like gift giving.
This is one of the reasons why we're in this mess. Modern women don't like men, they don't care about men, and they don't want to learn about men. They just want to be worshipped.
Women think the relationship is all about them. They do. Everything is centered around what she wants. And if that's fine, in her mind, everything is cool. And she does not care what the man is going through. She don't care what his challenges are, or any of those things. So what ends up happening, the male believes that he keeps the marriage together because if he goes to cheat or whatever, like those 41 shades, for different reasons, they left you with the marriage because the marriage was all you wanted. You didn't actually want the man.
Modern women seem to just want the illusion of marriage. They want the ring, they want the lifestyle, and they want the attention, but they don't want the work, they don't want the responsibility, and they don't want the compromise.
You wanted the marriage.
The fairy tale.
You wanted the fairy tale. So the man feels that he gave you what you wanted. You wanted the marriage, you wanted the money, you wanted the kids, you wanted all of this crap. and never consider what he's mentally going through, never considers what he invests into the relationship. A lot of men deal with this. And so what they end up doing is getting things outside of the relationship, and what? The woman is still mad.
These women think that men were just put on this earth to give them cash and prizes, and anytime a man says he needs something, then all of a sudden he is toxic or narcissistic. It is unreal, guys.
Are you no longer attracted to men?
No, because I need a deep emotional connection and I need someone who is intelligent. Men are incapable of both of those things. I have outgrown the quote-unquote intelligence of a male.
She's obviously confusing intelligence with ignorance. She's not quote-unquote done with men. The men are actually done with her, and she has no choice but to try dating women as a last resort.
Because their intelligence that I perceived as intelligence is no longer intelligence. It's cookie cutter. They can't tell the truth. They can't bow down to actual wisdom, right? It's all about power for men. It's not about anything that is remotely good for humanity or anybody else. It's all selfish. And unfortunately, that's a major turnoff to me.
It's a funny coincidence. It's a major turnoff for men who see a woman who insults him by calling him stupid, and she's about to realize that there are consequences for talking that way.
What I was attracted to in men was this idea that they were these great leaders, right? That because I like people like General Patton. I like well put together people, well put together, well disciplined, right?
General Patton slapped soldiers for having PTSD and accused them of cowardice. And considering how much trauma modern women claim to have, you should be a bit more careful about the men you like.
But not only discipline, you got to have some humanity about yourself, right? You got to be about equity. The male is just not that. General Patton and people like that, they are exceptions to the rule. The average male is nowhere near the exception to the rule, and I just can't get with it. The male is fire. The male has to be controlled. If you do not control the male, you will set the world on fire. And that's what you see right now. The world is set on fire. Men were not designed to raise kids. They weren't designed to do that.
This woman is just upset that men won't submit to her lunacy. I see women complain all the time that men have been in control of nations, armies, and businesses for such a long period of time. But to be honest, guys, women don't care to manage these things, and quite often they are absolutely terrible at it.
If I was a man, every woman would want me because I would just love and cherish them and tell them how beautiful and precious they were and kiss them on their foreheads, play with their hair, buy them gifts, take them to nice dinners, spoil them, worship them, and make sure that every day that they knew that they were the most magical and beautiful creature in the world. Yeah, if I was a man, I would do that. It's weird that you men can't keep these women around.
Madam, if you were a man, you would not get a single date, and even if you did, the second you worship her, it is going to be completely over. They are going to lose interest in you and your abundant lack of manliness.
How many hours do you work, Eric?
60 hours a week.
60 hours a week. And how many hours do you work at home?
The same. More.
Imagine working 60 hours a week away from your family so you can give them the lives they deserve, only to come home to a wife who's furious with you for not doing more. Great stuff.
All day, all night.
Really? And then you woke up and realized you were dreaming, you mean?
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, if you don't spend copious amounts of money on a woman, they're going to try to shame you into doing so by a couple of different methods. And here's how.
Only guys that don't have money call other men simps.
So there's that. And then there's this.
Because other men actually are straight and like women and like to please women and cater to women. They feel like if you like women and you cater to women that you're a simp, but really, those guys are just gay.
These are the same women who say that men are hateful towards everybody when it comes to race, gender, and size. Interesting to see that the shoe is clearly on the other foot.
Right then. So that was a very blatant attempt at emotional manipulation. And it's just my opinion, but the types of ladies that put out those particular statements are not at all interested in having a man who is self-confident, knows himself, and has good self-esteem. No, they are in fact only interested in those types of men that are easily manipulated into getting them to do exactly what they want, which is unfortunately spending large amounts of money on them.
Modern women want the simp to pay for her and to be her emotional punching bag, but she also wants the right to be able to cheat on him with masculine men without any form of consequence.
So gentlemen, please don't fall for these types of shaming tactics, because at the end of the day, most of the women that put out statements like that are only after your money.
These women don't want men with quote-unquote provider mindsets. They are looking for financial butlers, men who will serve them everything they desire and who will request nothing in return.
Marriage is all about compromise. So in building this house, we really experienced a lot of that compromise. I got to pick out some things, he got to pick out some things, and we want to show you around to the things that we both chose. You ready to show everybody around? Okay, so we have this awesome pantry. Watch this. Isn't that amazing?
Our mailbox is a fish.
You have to admit, their compromises are pretty cool. She wanted a hidden door to a secret room, and he wanted a fish-shaped mailbox. Honestly, I don't see anything wrong here.
We have these little nifty gates that slide across for the dogs.
We're noodling! We're noodling over here!
This is an induction stove. Honestly,
I got it, baby!
underneath all the washers and dryers are going to be baskets where...
This really does go to show that it really doesn't take much for a man to be satisfied in life, whether it's good music, some fun video games, or a mailbox in the shape of a fish. There's just something about the simple things. But anyway, guys, we are going to be leaving today's episode there. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Drop a comment, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you take care of yourselves, guys. Peace.